Ako'y matapang dahil sa'yo, ako'y lalaban para sa'yo. Pagmamahal na walang katapusan. Dahil sa'yo, mayroong pangarap. Pagmamahal ko sa'yo'y tapat. Para sa'yo, pagmamahal na higit na sa sapat. Gagawin ko ang lahat para lang sa'yo sinta. Basta't nandito ka, ako'y liligaya.
If you guys want to hear more.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
And mabuhay! I am your co-host for the event today, Greg King of Philippines for Immigrant Rights and Racial Justice, Minnesota.
And I'm Brianne Hafley, current president of the Cultural Society of Filipino Americans, CSFA. For the next hour, we'll celebrate our Philippine Independence Day with readings, music, and dance. Thank you for joining us.
We are going to kick off the evening with a wonderful performance by the Phil Minnesotan Youth. Pambansang Awit is sung by Kiana, Shayna, and Danica Yasis. Kiana, 16, will be a junior at Eastridge High School and PSEO student at Concordia University. Shayna, who's 13, will be in 8th grade at Lake Middle School. Danica, who's 9, will be in 5th grade at Middleton Elementary School. And the piano accompaniment was provided by Ellie Nacionales, who is 16 years old and will be a junior at Armstrong High School, where she also plays the viola. We will be having a mix of live and recorded performances today, so there may be some slight switching time. So please bear with us. Scroll through the other attendees and see who's here. Welcome, everybody.
Bayang magiliw, para sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titin mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyan ka lang magising, sa manulupig, di ka pasisil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo'y lukhaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayan minamahal, ang hisab ng watawan mo'y tagumpay na nagingling, ang bituin at araw na'y kalam, pag may matitilim, lupan at araw ng luwag, at ipagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you. Our next performance is by CSFA's Munting Tining, Tagalog for Small Voices. Here are Sophie and Mia Rivera, Bastian and Bishop Westerberg, Ed, Jose, Ana, and Manu Santos, Janelle Anderson, Ariana Ungamak, Xavier and Alexis Happily, Malaya and Chessa Rivera, and Ian and Grace Erickson. Just give me a minute to set up the video. Awesome.
Fantastic. Bright performance future for the Filipinx community with those youngsters ready to go. So we're going to kick off the speaking parts of the night with an invocation from Dr. Jonathan Sembrano. Jonj is the current president of the Philippine Minnesotan Medical Association. He's a board member of UPOM, works as an orthopedic spine surgeon at the University of Minnesota, and is an avid tennis player because he thinks he's too old for basketball now, which would probably, maybe that's the sport of his heart. But we are so happy to have you here tonight, Jonj.
All right. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes. Loud
Okay,
and
okay, let us all put ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Today we commemorate Philippine Independence Day, first declared on this day 123 years ago, when the Philippine flag was unfurled and the national anthem played in public for the first time. How glorious that moment must have been for our forebears, as it represented to them the culmination of centuries of struggle and a yearning to be free. However, that independence was short-lived, as our nation once again found itself in the hands, this time of new masters. It would take almost another half century before the Philippines would again be able to claim independence. The lesson for us to remember is that freedom is not necessarily free. It should not be taken for granted. It should be vigilantly protected and continually fought for. And we should honor the brave sacrifices of the many who came before us and who gave their all so that we may enjoy our freedom today. A couple of weeks ago, the University of the Philippines Alumni in Minnesota held an educational forum on the Bataan Death March and other World War II events. Many of us here have relatives who count among the heroes to whom our generation owes so much. Whether they perished in the process or lived to tell their tale, each of them had given all they could in their country's greatest need. Let us all pray for them and thank them for all the blessings we now enjoy because of their sacrifices. And let us also pray to our Lord the Father that should our country once again need our sacrifice, that we would all be up to the task and be worthy of our country, the Philippines. This we ask through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
thank you very much, Jonj. Up next, Robert Mariano has been a popular figure in the Twin Cities music arena and is always willing to share the gift of his voice. He has been singing at social, civic, and educational events. He has also sung in musical stage productions and is a committed regular singer in church events. Here is Robert Mariano.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody's doing okay this Philippine Independence Day. As you could hear, I'm a little bit hoarse, but I'll do my best to share my talents. Happy Independence Day to everyone. Can you hear it? On a clear day, rise and look around you, and you'll see just who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star you feel part of. Every mountain, sea, and shore you can hear from far and near, a world you've never heard before. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever more. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever and ever more. Thank you, everyone. Happy Independence Day.
That's amazing. I can't, the silence is so inappropriate. If people want to unmute and clap, that would be.
Okay, it's all right. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I think you were afraid your throat was too injured. That was remarkable.
It's been a tough 9 months for my throat, so let's put it that way.
Well, I wish my throat sounded that good when it was healthy. Fantastic.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tita.
All right. Well, we are gathered here for Philippine Independence Day, and it's a good time to take a pause and understand the importance of it. John's made some great allusions to it, and we're going to hear a little bit more from Tita Lita Maliksi. Lita Vargas Maliksi is a dedicated public servant, and everyone here knows her as a cornerstone of our community for decades. And if you don't, then you just need to come to our Filipinx community events, because you will know her as soon as you attend those. She enjoys being chair of the Filipino community organizations who are co-hosting this event, advisor of the Phil Minnesotan Association, and she's pro of the Philippine Center of Minnesota. So at the nexus of every good thing Filipinx in the state. And she is also the producer and director of tonight's event. So thank you, Tita Lita.
Thank you very much, Greg and Lauren. Ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makararating sa paroroonan. Kailangan gunitain ang pait ng kahapon upang ating masamyo ang tamis ng ngayon at bukas. As true Filipinos, it behooves us to look back to the unforgettable part of history that defines our presence today and will perhaps determine our destiny tomorrow. Good evening, friends and kindred spirit. In behalf of our Filipino Community Organizations, or FCO, I welcome you to this lovely virtual gathering to honor the memory of those who gave their lives that we may enjoy ours. Tonight, as we celebrate virtually, we will be missing the pabitin, the array of mouth-watering Pinoy foods on the buffet tables, the fun picnics, and most of all, the fellowship, the joyous rebonding between friends, and the endless goodbyes. But despite the absence of those lovely elements, tonight, we can still renew our emotional connectedness with one another and rekindle the Filipino spirit, guided by our beloved red, white, and blue. My friends, we are here tonight so that we can commemorate and be reminded of the tears, the blood, the tragedy that our forefathers and mothers went through, and how our beloved heroes Rizal, Bonifacio, Mabini, and many others faced martyrdom so that we can, as Filipinos, declare our inherent and inalienable rights to freedom. We are here tonight so that we can bring honor and love for our heroes who spent their lives seeking to end colonizers' abuses that included burning of our homes, killing of our men and children, and the brutal rape of our women. And we are here tonight so that Araw ng Kalayaan will always be a strong reminder to fight for our future generations, our children, and our children's children. At this point, my friends, allow me to acknowledge our various community organizations and their respective leaders. Angko, Boyat Mangaliman Celio Dakulan, CSFA, Lauren Heffley, Jen Shire, FCC, Dodge Flores, Fawn, Kim Paray, Elsa Batica, Jocelyn Ancheta, FMA, June Nacionales, AJ Mercado, Firm, Greg King, FPMN, Dr. Bernard Cabral, PMMA, Dr. Jonathan Sembrano, PNA, Joel Maglalang, Janet Nacionales, PSGM, Meglayese, Paul Bloom, Naomi Quiopa, UPAM, Ligaya Carlos, Tanet Burkhardt, PCM, Darwin Yasis. Thank you, FCO leaders. I would also like to give my heartfelt thanks to Lauren Heffley, Greg King, Lyra Hernandez, and Tonette Burkhardt for the invaluable help and support they have given this event. I couldn't have done it alone. I needed the help of these talented young people. On behalf of the Filipino community organizations, I give very special thanks to our guest speaker, Councilwoman Nikki Villavicencio Tolleson, an amazing public servant and an inspirational Filipino-American woman. Once again, mga kababayan, thank you for joining us in the spirit of Filipinism. Alalahanin po natin at huwag kalilimutan ang ating bandila, ang ating sariling wika, at lalong-lalo na ang araw ng kalayaan ng ating bansang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang araw ng kalayaan. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you for the very inspirational words, Tita Lita. For our next performance, we bring you the CSFA dance troupe. For the past 49 years, CSFA has worked to preserve and promote the Filipino culture right here in the USA. You may already know this org from the popular Philippine Day celebration, the largest annual gathering of Filipinos in Minnesota. But did you know CSFA also offers the community free Tagalog language lessons, free Philippine Children's Camp, and free folk dancing lessons. Our next performance includes 10 very cute kids who have successfully trained within CSFA's dance troupe. Here is our national dance, the Tinikling.
Fantastic. Reminds me how much I missed the festival and miss when my kids were young enough that they would dance like that. What a wonderful performance. Good reminder, something to look forward to. And our next performer is going to also be a good reminder of what we have to look forward to. Danielle Libed. For those of you who joined Rizal Day, saw a recording of her singing, and tonight we have her live performing Ako Ay Pilipino. Danielle is 8 years old, will be a 4th grader in Washington Elementary School in Rochester. She loves singing, drawing, and crafting, and she has a fantastic Pride Month banner around her screen and a wonderful costume. Hello, Danielle. We're ready.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, sweetie.
Okay.
Awesome.
Ako ay Pilipino, ang dugo'y maharlika. Likas sa aking puso at hikaing kay ganda. Sa Pilipinas na aking bayan, lantay na perlas ng silanganan, wari na tipo ng kayamanan ng may kapal. bigay sa aking talino, sa mabuti lang laan. Sa aking katutubo ang maging mapagmahal. Ako ay Pilipino. Ako ay Pilipino. Isang bansa, isang diwa ang minimithi ko. Sa bayan ko't pandila, laan buhay ko't tiwa. Ako ay Pilipino, Pilipinang totoo. Ako ay Pilipino. Ako ay Pilipino. Taas noo kahit kanino. Ang Pilipino ay ako.
Yeah!
Bravo!
Ah,
Bravo!
Bravo!
Nice voice.
Amazing.
Such a powerful voice, Danielle. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Our next performer, oops, excuse me. Our next performer is Tita Bernadette Panaligan. She is married to engineer Rumel Carciano Panaligan. Her hobbies are cross-stitching, baking, traveling, hiking, cooking, and oil and acrylic painting. She's blessed with wonderful children, Juan Palo, Ana Patricia, Aaron, son-in-law Tony, and their beautiful granddaughter, Diana. Here is Tita Bernadette.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, Tita.
Thank you, Lauren. And thank you, everyone. Happy Independence Day. Kung tuyo na ang luha mo, aking bayan. Lumuha ka, aking bayan, buong lungkot mong iluha. Ang abang kapalaran ng lupain mong kawawa. Ang bandilang sagisag mo'y lukob ng dayong bandila. Pati awekang minanamoy, busabos ng ibang wika. Walang lakas na magtanggol, walang tapang na lumaban. Tumataghoy kung paslangin, tumatangis kung nakawan. Lumuha ka kung sa puso'y nagmaliw na ang layon. Kung ang araw sa langit mo'y lagi nang dapit hapon. Kung ang alon sa dagat mo'y ayaw nang magdaluyong. Kung ang bulkan sa dibdib mo'y hindi man umuungol. Kung wala nang maglalamay sa gabi ng pagbabangon, lumuha ka ng lumuha, ang laya mo'y nakaburol. May araw din ang luha mo'y masasaid, matutuyo. May araw ding di na luha sa mga mata mong namumugto. Ang dadaloy kundi dugo, apoy na kulay dugo. Samantalang ang dugo mo'y aserong kumukulo. Sisigaw ka ng buong giting sa liyab ng libong sulo at ang lumang tanikalay lalagutin mo ng punlo. Salamat po. Happy Independence Day po sa lahat.
Fantastic. Thank you, Bernadette. That was very moving. We go from that performance to a video clip of the CSFA dance troupe performing the Sing Kill. This clip will remind us of another thing that we haven't had in a while, the show Pamana, which is a show produced by CSFA every couple of years featuring ethnic Filipino dances and music, and which was canceled last year for obvious reasons, but hopefully we'll be back soon. Pamana showcases the Filipino story covering 500 years of history through dances that display the diversity and richness of the Filipino culture. Here's one of the very special dances, the Singkil, a Mindanao folk dance from the Maranao people.
All right. Thank you for watching. Next, we have our current PCM President, Darwin Yasis, to introduce today's guest speaker. Go ahead, Darwin.
Thank you, Lauren. And as Tita Lita alluded earlier, we are graced with the presence of a phenomenal individual who will serve as a guest speaker for the celebration of Philippine Independence for today. None other than Nikki Villavicencio Tolleson. Nikki is a newly elected city council for the city of Maplewood. She served on the Parks and Recreation Commission since 2014. She also served on the Maplewood North Area Task Force, which developed the future plan for the North End area in Maplewood, also known as the Maplewood Mo area. Nikki also served as a Maplewood Kid City Ambassador, a citywide project that engages youth in positive experiences with local government. Aside from Nikki's involvement on city level, her programs and involvement are also statewide. Nikki has been appointed by the governor to be the chair of the State Council on Disability. Nikki also is the orientation and training leader for SEIU Home Care Union, and she co-hosts the Disability Viewpoints, an award-winning cable television program airing statewide in St. Paul Neighborhood Network, covering disability since 1998. And Nikki is also a big advocate of a lot of community activities, including parenting with disabilities. She's a lobbyist. She is a transit advocate, and for over 10 years has been a disability activism leader. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our guest speaker for the day, Nikki Villavicencio Tolleson.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Darwin, for the great introduction. And again, my name is Nikki Villavicencio. I use she, her pronouns. My physical location currently is in the north end of Maplewood. I'm wearing a floral dress and a blue blazer with a lot of my pins that I like to wear, political pins I like to wear. I have glasses. And I'm joined here today in my favorite place, my kitchen floor, with my daughter, Alexandria. So good evening, everyone. Salamat po to Tita Lita and everyone at the Filipino Community Organization. Today, I'd like to share with you a bit about my journey and how I got here. And then I'd like to talk to you about how my journey connects to all of us and how and how it's part of our larger journey as people. Like so many Americans, my journey actually begins everywhere. My ancestry is rich and full. It's multifaceted, it's beautiful, and it's contradictory. My life journey started in Wisconsin in a small hospital. Many people are born every day in small town hospitals, but I had the privilege of being delivered by Dr. Celso Atienza Villavicencio, who is also my paternal grandfather. And needless to say, this bonded us forever. My birth, however, was not easy. I was born with a rare condition called arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. And through many years of physical therapy and great adapting skills, I learned to do everything with my feet, including becoming a mother and learning how to take care of my child and my husband. Having my grandpa as my doctor was great in so many ways. As a little girl, going to my grandparents' house alone felt therapeutic. And it was in their home where I learned that I learned what service to others, sacrifice, and strong faith looks like. Those three things would follow me for the next 30 or more years. Service to others. It started when I understood that my Brothers and sisters in the disability community and our elders in the community were suffering. I honestly never thought that just speaking up for something I saw was wrong would mean that 10 years later, over 7,000 people would vote for me to be a city council person. It's proof that everyone has a voice and can help the community. But those 10 years were full of growth, learning, heartbreak, and struggle. Sacrifice. For me, sacrifice started when I understood that being a leader meant that you have to care about things, people, and issues that no one else does. It means that you learn to chase after your values and your principles, not trends and money. And thirdly, strong faith. Strong faith started when I learned that I may write all the plans I can think of. And in politics, you have to write a lot of plans, let me tell you. But by walking by faith means I may not see the whole path ahead of me, but that I still move forward. So how does this connect to our journeys together? Well, I hope through my story, you can be open to the idea that we are strongest when we recognize our intersectionality with being Filipinx and disabled, and the wellness and the care of all of our bodies and our minds, and how that is all connected. My journey as a granddaughter to a Filipinx immigrant has taught me to be fierce, bold, and resilient. But it wasn't without my experiences in the medical industry did I see the struggle it can be to just survive. As Filipino Minnesotans, we have a unique position to use our privileges for the betterment of the community and our strengths as tools to our ships. Because the word governance in its original Greek form means to steer or command the helm of a ship. And that just reminds me of being Filipino. So for any of you who don't think that Filipino doesn't mean you shouldn't have involvement in politics, I think we should look into it more together. So please join me in doing that. And I want to welcome you all to Maplewood. And I want to tell you that I'm in service to our community, to our people, and everyone here. So again, Salamat po, happy Independence Day, and thank you for being a part of my journey with you all.
Fantastic. Thank you, Nikki. That was amazing. If anybody here gets an opportunity, when you see Nikki at a community event or in Maplewood, you'll be just as inspired, and she will also make you smile. She always does me. And, you know, I can't think of a better representative with those values you claim, Nikki: perseverance, faith, and service to others. I can't think of a better representative of our community out there, taking on systems and saying that we have the power to change them. And we can, and you have. So thank you.
Maraming salamat, Nikki. We are very, very proud of you. Thank you.
So our next performers are Isabella and Francesca Dawis. You know, one of the blessings of the pandemic, one of the silver linings, I guess, is that we've learned that we can have performers from anywhere around the world if we contact them and they're, you know, awake at that time of day. And we're never happier for that ability than when we are joined by the multi-talented Dawis sisters who can be anywhere in the country. because they're classically trained singers, instrumentalists, and actors who perform musical theater, opera, and plays. Back in the days of live theater, you may remember they starred opposite each other recently in the Theater Move production of Peerless. And they do many things on their own as well. Isabella is a playwright who recently won the National Weston Ghostlight New Musical Award for her lyrics and book of the musical Half the Sky. A virtual excerpt of her new musical, Sunwatcher, will be shown by the Ancram Opera House and the New York City Theater Company this month. Francesca, in addition to being a performer and a freelance violinist, also has a psychology degree from Stanford. So you can visit their websites, which we'll put in the chat, isabelladawis.com and francescadawis.com, if you want to try to keep track of these two amazing sisters. But without further ado, we are proud to present Francesca and Isabella performing Lambingan.
Ang lahat ay buhay.
Wow.
Bravo, bravo.
Brava! Brava!
Great.
Divine!
Awesome.
That was
Nice.
stunning.
Stunning.
Great.
What's that?
Pilipinas.
Yes, wow. such
Mabuhay,
a treat.
Isabella and Francesca. Mabuhay.
Thank you so much, Francesca and Isabella. That was beautiful in so many ways. Thank you. Wow, everyone just take a moment to take it in. Okay, while we're taking that in, we'll introduce our next person to share the stage, and it is Miss Antoinette Burkhart. Tonette Burkhart is a current board member and ex officio of CSFA. She's also the current vice president of UPAM, a Bicolana originally from Sorgenson, Philippines. She currently resides in South Minneapolis with her husband, Tom, and 12-year-old twins, Chrissy and CJ. Hello,
Hi
Tonette.
everyone. Hi, thanks Lauren. Good afternoon po. And happy Philippine Independence Day celebration to everyone. So today I prepared some trivia questions and I believe Tita Lita will have some prizes for our top 3 winners. So let me share my screen and let me know if you can see it. Okay. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Are we going to have people put their answers in the chat, Tonette?
Yes. Let me see. Yeah, just let me know if you can see my screen now. Can you see it? No.
No.
No. Okay. Oh wait. Well, I guess I have to click share.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
we can
Okay.
see it now.
Yeah, so now I have to, I have to make my screen bigger so I can see. Okay, so hide self and view. How can I see the chat? Now I can't see the chat. Okay, so I can't see the chat screen.
Yeah, it's a little difficult when you're presenting.
Yes, okay, so now I think I can see the chat here. So, okay. So, yeah. So, let me see. Okay, so you can see the trivia, right? Let me know because I don't know what you can see. So right now,
Yeah, we can see it.
okay, so you can see the screen, it says trivia. So there will be questions. I prepared about, I think, 10 questions for everybody. It will be about the Philippines, history, culture, some trend, people. And then the first 3 to answer the question correctly will earn a point. So I have to monitor the chat group. And then the 3 people who earn the most points at the end will win a prize. So Tita Lita will mail you the prize, I think.
We'll watch the chat for you, Tonette, too.
Okay, yeah. So
help.
get your fingers ready. So these are easy questions, I think. And also, let's have some practice questions.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so we have a practice question. So on what date is Philippine Independence Day celebrated? Whoa, those are quick. So George, okay, so Lauren, George, and MJ Carpio are the 3 that were top there. So they get the first point. Okay, so it seems like it's easy for everybody. So that's a practice question. So now we will go to our question number 1. So I'm going to type here question number 1 in the chat. So I know what question we are, and then we can monitor who's answered the question correctly.
Just to let you know, I'm not participating. I don't want to get my prizes.
Okay, so question number 1. Get ready. Which country occupied the Philippines during World War I?
Oh, what?
Janelle, Lauren,
Go.
Jonj. Okay, so we have Jonj. Good job. So it was Japan.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it was Janelle and Jonj and
Joe.
yeah.
Lauren was fast, but she got
Correct.
Yeah, you get it wrong.
Yeah, you can't get it wrong.
Joe, yeah. Okay, next question. The Bataan Death March took place in what year? Oh, I didn't type that. Wow, Janelle, Gary Kane, and Ed. Yep, so it's in 1942. So we get question number 3. Number 3. In what year did the Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan arrive in the shores of the Philippines? Ed, Jonathan, and Janelle. Wow.
Very fast.
Very. Okay, maybe we'll make it harder for them.
Yeah. How?
Yeah, so it was in 1521. So now we go to question number 4. Yep. So question number 4. What is the residence of the Philippine president popularly called? So did you get that? Yeah, it's called the, what is it? Malacanang Palace. So who got it right?
looks like
Ed,
MJ.
Jonj, and Janelle. Wow, these 3?
I know.
I think I got MJ, John, and Paul.
Janelle.
They have
Wow.
Galing. Galing.
Okay.
they have
I didn't tell them the questions, okay? Disclaimer. Okay, now we're going to question number 5. We're halfway there. So the popular Mayon volcano is located in which province? Cagayan, Laguna, Albay, or Zambales? Jonathan, Ed, and Jen Shire. Good, yeah, it's in Albay. So that's in Bicol region, which is region 5. So that's where I'm from, Bicol region, but I'm from the province of Sorsogon, and Mayon volcano is in the province of Albay. Next question. So question number 6. So this Philippine island was Travel and Leisure's best island in the world in 2020. I think Lauren got it. So yeah. So actually these islands here are all at the best islands in the Philippines, but Palawan was voted in 2020 in the Travel and Leisure's as the best island in the world. So yeah, so now the Philippine Islands are becoming more popular now in terms of like the white sand beaches that we have in the Philippines. I've never been there, but I think some of you have been there, and it's one of my it's in my bucket list. So who got it right? I think I've seen Lauren. Yeah, Lauren has been there.
Been there 4 times. I should know.
I know.
It's one of my favorites
Yeah.
in the world.
So Lauren, Wojen, you were second, but then you got it wrong. Lauren, John, and Ed. Wow. So Dr. Ed and Dr. John are killing it.
Nice.
So next question, question number 7. So this vivid and violent Filipino tuber is now a popular international ingredient. You'll probably see them in the stores now. It's called ube. Yeah, so I've heard that you can now buy ube ice cream, ube cookies from Trader Joe's.
Yes.
And
it's
in New
always sell
York,
out
yeah, it's everywhere, like in restaurants, they've been. And also now, you know, the jackfruit or langka is also becoming mainstream now. So, and then the, you know, yung puso ng saging, the banana heart is also getting popular now as one of the substitute for meat. Yeah, for those who are going vegetarian. So yeah, so those ingredients that we grew up, well, at least I've grew up, you know. So who got it right? So Lauren, Janelle, and was it
John.
John? Wow. Okay, question number 8. Okay, how many Miss Universe winners are from the Philippines?
I don't know.
And the beauty pageants is one of the big, you know, craze in the Philippines. So every time there's Miss Universe pageants.
It is crazy.
Yeah. So let's see.
Someone told me it was
number
the 3 Bs: boxing, basketball, and beauty pageant.
Beauty pageants, yep. So Lauren says 4. Janelle says 3. Yeah, see, yeah, we have the Philippines has 4 Miss Universe winners. Is 1969, 1973, 2015, and 2018. So Lauren got it, Janelle, Ed, and what else? John's no.
Paul is it 4? Paul Bloom?
4 is 4.
Paul Bloom got it.
Okay.
So it's Lauren, Ed, and Paul Bloom, or Tita
Yep. Yep. Okay, so we go to question number 9. Number 9. Oh wait, isn't that the number 9 that I?
The same one.
Same one, okay. I guess we go to number 10. Okay. So the Philippines has won a total of 10 Olympic medals from various sports: boxing, weightlifting, track and field, and what else? What is the other sport? Is it swimming? Is it gymnastics? Is it wrestling or is it taekwondo? So who started? Janelle, you can only answer one. You have to pick one. So which one? So okay, so where did we start it? I'm sorry, I didn't see. Oh, question 9. Okay, it's supposed to be question 9, but yeah, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, those 4s are from the previous question.
Yeah, so
it starts with Lauren with taekwondo with D.
Okay, D. Okay.
What's the answer?
Lauren. So the answer is swimming.
Swimming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So did anybody get it right? Benmar got it. Janelle, which one you answered, please?
I'll take her first answer.
Yeah.
That's quite.
Yeah. So I think I have a bonus question here. So I think, okay, so for the bonus question, I think this is, okay, so bonus question. So instead of saying A, B, C, or D, I want you to answer if the right one is red, blue, yellow, or white. So you have to type the word red, blue. So these are the colors of our flag. So if the answer is in the red, so you type the word red, blue, yellow, or white, okay, instead of A, B, C, and D. So for the bonus question, there you go. What is the largest island of the Philippine archipelago? So Laura, yeah, it's what is it? It's Luzon. So Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So Luzon is the biggest island of the Philippine archipelago. So I think John got it. I think I've seen him. Let's see. There. Yeah, so the answer is yellow.
Pero brown ang nakikita kong color dito.
I said it's the color of the
Ang
flag.
brown
So,
sa flag natin.
so okay, who got it? Lauren got it, and John and Ed. Well, so I think we have a winner. So we have John is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Ed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Woohoo.
And then Janelle is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 for Janelle. I think Lauren, you also got 4. 1, 2.
Oh, I'm out.
3,
I just wanted to
4.
play.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's no Janelle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Tita Lita, the winners for our trivia questions are Jonathan, Ed, I'll email you po, and then Janelle. So Tita Lita will send you your prizes for playing and winning our trivia games for today. Tita, you're on mute po.
Hooray.
I said the price of a new car.
Ano yan?
Joke only, ha? Joke only.
Well, thank you all for playing, and happy Independence Day again, and good afternoon or good evening na pala.
Maraming salamat, Tonette.
Yes po, Tita. You're welcome.
Awesome. Salamat. Ngayon mo kayong aalis. Magandang makikita natin.
So, Lauren, you can get the...
Oh, can you stop sharing?
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well...
I can take it away from you.
Yeah, you can take it away from me because I can't find my...
Fun and educational, and now I want to eat some ube, so.
Yes.
Yeah, ube.
Well, thank you so much, Tonette. And
there
for
you
those
go.
of you who don't know, it also happened to be Tonette's birthday 2 days ago. So please welcome her. And
yes, I turned 40. 40 though.
27 again.
No, yeah, 20. 12 times, I know. Secret.
John, Ed, and Janelle.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I believe it. All right. Well, we are going to close the evening watching on one more video. Let's see. Should we? I guess you can handle the screens.
Yeah.
Thank you. Of the video rendition of the classic patriotic song Pilipinas Kong Mahal, or My Beloved Philippines. Music by Francisco Santiago and lyrics by Ildefonso Santos. This video will include reenactments of key moments in Philippine history with Tagalog titles. For those who don't read Tagalog, I will put the English translation of the titles into the chat. So thank you for joining us. We'll end with that.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this evening's event. And on behalf of all of our Filipino community organizations, thank you for joining us tonight.
Happy
Philippine
Independence Day. Close enough.
Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin kong gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin kong gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y babantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Ang laya mo'y babantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang.
Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin ko'y gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin ko'y gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Pilipinas kong hirang.
Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful night.
Maraming salamat, Lauren, Greg, Tonette. Okay. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay kayong lahat. And Tonette, I should know how to get their addresses and
Opo.
yeah,